Welcome to the Holistically Humble podcast. I'm your host, Katie, a registered holistic nutritionist, a yoga teacher, and a wellness enthusiast passionate about helping you thrive. This podcast is your space to explore holistic health, nervous system regulation, mindful living, and all of the tools that empower you to create balance in your body, mind, and soul. Whether you're here to deepen your wellness journey, find inspiration, or discover practical tips to live a healthier, more intentional life, you're in the right place, my friend. My mission is to simplify wellness, spark meaningful conversations, and help you to reconnect with your authentic self. Let's dive in and create a life that feels as good as it looks. Welcome to the Holistically Humble community. Hello, beautiful human. Welcome back or welcome to the Holistically Humble podcast. I hope you're having a great day and it's about to get better. Whether or not you're into this topic, it's going to be educational, inspirational, motivating, and just kind of call out the resistance or the uncertainty about it. And so, if you're ready to dive into this topic, which I'm sure you are because you clicked on it and you know by the title that we're going to talk about meditation. So, grab your tea, drink your water, your electrolyte drink. Go for your hot girl walk. Take me along your commute, whatever it is. I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive into this episode. So, today we're talking about something that has absolutely changed my life. And it wasn't always like this. I was very filled with resistance when I first learned about meditation and tried to do it myself. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about meditation. I'm not here to tell you that you need to sit cross legged on the floor in silence for hours or that your mind needs to be completely clear. Because let's be real, if it was completely clear, you would be dead. There's no such thing as stopping your thoughts. It's just this opportunity to get in touch with what the heck is going on in the brain, in the mind. This is a real grounded conversation about meditation and using it as a sort of healing tool, a nervous system regulator. Honestly, one of the most underrated practices for mental, emotional, and even physical health. And I know that this can be extremely hard to start, but stay with me here, okay? So, whether you're a meditation curious, you've tried it and you've struggled, which I've been there, it's never easy. It's a simple thing, it's never easy. Or you already love it. Maybe you already do it and you already love it. This episode is for you. Let's start with the truth. Meditation is not about being some blissed out monk on the top of a mountain with the sun shining and flowers blowing in the air and everything's amazing, right? It's about learning to actually be with yourself. And we're with ourselves all the time, right? You can surround yourself externally with other people, but you are with yourself all the time. Your breath, your thoughts, your body, your emotions. You are with its presence, its stillness. And honestly, in a world that constantly pulls us outward, like for example, scrolling, consuming, comparing, meditation gently brings us back inward. And here's the kicker: you don't have to do it perfectly. The mind wandering is not a freaking failure. And I say this I've hosted many 4-part meditation series. I have a lot of meditations on my YouTube channel. I'll link all my social media down below in the show notes. But you don't have to do it perfectly. The mind is going to wander. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It's part of the practice, it's part of the journey. Coming back again and again is where the magic happens. It's that noticing, that moment where you are quote unquote trying to do things perfectly and you notice that your to-do list is coming or the conversation you had with a friend or something that you need to do in the future, and then you notice and then you bring yourself back. And then it does it again. And then you notice and you bring yourself back. And it's just this constant journey coming back again and again. So I want to break this down. Let's break it down from a holistic lens, okay? Because you know that I love a mind, body, soul approach, holistic wellness. Yes, that is my jam. So here is how meditation supports your healing. It regulates your nervous system. And you've heard me talk about this many times on the podcast. Our nervous system has essentially two things to it, two avenues. There's the sympathetic nervous system state, which is the fight, flight, or freeze. And there's the parasympathetic nervous system state, which is the rest, digest, repair. We're constantly in our fast-paced society, a low level of fight or flight, freeze, right? We're checking our phones, we're multitasking, we're rushing. Find that you rush, like even when you're just, for example, doing the dishes, folding laundry, like driving, you're in a rush. The person in front of you is going so slow and you're just like, rah, right? But meditation activates that parasympathetic nervous system state, the rest, digest, repair. And that is where the real healing happens. Meditation also creates emotional spaciousness. So you start to see your thoughts and emotions instead of actually becoming them. So you're like the witnessing. You're the witnesser. Is that the right word? You're witnessing what is actually going on in the mind. And I know when I started this, I was like, man, am I negative? I'm so negative. Holy fuck. But that's just like one of the things it does. It creates this emotional spaciousness. And then it also improves focus and clarity. You can think of like a scattered, overwhelmed mind. It can't make aligned decisions. It's racing too much. Even if you just sit for 5 minutes a day in meditation or lay down or whatever position you want to do it in, it sharpens your focus and helps you feel more grounded. Don't just listen to me and believe it. Try it, test it out, see how it goes. And it brings you back to your body. The longest journey you will ever take in your life is from your head to your heart. Very close in proximity if you think about it, but super hard to have that connection, or a lot. I shouldn't say hard. I should say it's challenging. And I should say it is a lot of consistency and showing up and doing the work to make the journey from your head to your heart. Okay. We live up in our heads, just how it is. And meditation invites us to actually return to our breath and our sensations in the body and our inner wisdom. And when we're in our bodies, we can feel more, we can trust more, we can heal more. Let's do it. So I touched a little bit on this earlier, but when I first started meditation, I was like, fuck this. This is so hard and like unproductive. And I'll be honest, yeah, it just wasn't easy for me at first. And it's still like, I wouldn't say it is easy, but it's a practice that I am more familiar with. And I know that when I show up and do this, that it's going to benefit me. So when I started, I was obviously dealing with chronic inflammation, anxiety, and a constant push to do more, to be more, to get better, to be the best person I can be the best friend, partner, student, practitioner, whatever it was, right? And sitting still felt foreign. Like if I was sitting still, it would be because I was scrolling on my phone or doing something else that wasn't just like sitting with myself and my breath and stillness, right? So it was super uncomfortable. But over time, it became one of the most greatest tools, especially when I was healing from rheumatoid arthritis. And like it's a consistent journey, right? It's not just like it's like you're better. It's changing those habits and then being consistent and then continuously showing up for them. Because I know personally, stress causes me to flare up. And so what helps? Meditation. That's a component of it, right? So it's now a non-negotiable. It's become part of my pattern, my habits, and not because I have to, but because I actually get to. It's a moment each day where I can come back to me, right? Again, we're always with ourselves. And so just getting in touch with me, whoa, that was wild. And now I love it. Is it challenging still sometimes? Yes. Yes, it is. It doesn't change. Meditation brings me back to my truth, my breath, my intuition, and that's something really sacred. Now I want to talk about some common blocks. Possibly you may have these blocks with meditation. So thank you for still being here if you're listening. And I want to talk about how to overcome them. So I actually hear this all the time from clients. I can't meditate. My mind won't stop. I'm too busy. I'm too busy is the most popular one. I don't know if I'm doing it right and fair. I want to clear things up for you. You're not doing it wrong. If your mind wanders, it's actually part of it. If you think of it, it's kind of like training a puppy. You give gentle redirection over and over to a puppy to get it to do the thing. For example, sit, stay, come, roll over, whatever it might be, right? You do the same thing for yourself. And you don't need 30 minutes. So what I like to say is like start with 2 minutes, set a timer in your phone for 2 minutes. So maybe while your coffee's brewing in the morning, maybe your tea's steeping, while you're waiting in the car is a really good one. I want you to like let go of that all or nothing mindset. 2 minutes is great. 5 minutes, amazing. 10 minutes, yes. You know what I mean? So you can meditate in many ways. You can focus on your breath. You could use a mantra, which is like a repetitive word or phrase. You could listen to a guided meditation. Again, I have guided meditations on my YouTube channel. There's also one guided meditation on my podcast way earlier back. It's a little bit of, it's like 18 minutes. So keep that in mind. On YouTube, there's some that range from like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Check them out. There's also, I have two 14-day meditation challenges on my YouTube channel. So you can check those out and even challenge yourself to show up for 14 days in a row. That's a great way. Listen to my voice. I've heard it's calming. I hope you feel the same. But you could walk in nature with your full presence, so you're not listening to anything on your headphones, or you're not walking and talking with someone, but you're actually just like being present in nature and looking up. I find, if you're in nature and there's lots of like roots and things on the ground that you could trip over, I get looking down, but like oftentimes our gaze just goes down to the earth. And maybe if you like open up your horizon and your eyesight and you just like look up more on that walk in nature with your full presence, it's great. It's meditative. You could even do prayer. Journaling can be meditative as well. And so your meditation gets to look like you want it to look. You're in charge of that. Try all different forms and see where that goes. But right now, I would love to drop into a short, gentle, guided meditation. So if you're driving, just be mindful. Maybe you pause this and come back to it when you can at your destination, or if you can, obviously keep your focus on the road. But I invite you to find a comfortable position. So this could be seated or laying down. Let your hands rest on your lap. Maybe they rest on the belly, or one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Close your eyes or take your gaze down to the floor. Soften your eyes, the space between your eyebrows. Soften the jaw, maybe the top lip separates from your bottom lip. And relax the tongue. If it's pressed against the roof of your mouth, let it drop down. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders. And begin to notice your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Doing that again. In through the nose, fill the body up. Out through the mouth, let it go. Continue that cycle of breath for a few more rounds. Now feel your body, maybe noticing where it's supported, where it might be touching the ground. And if your mind wanders, that's okay. You're not doing it wrong. Come back to your breath. Let yourself be here in this moment with nothing to do, nowhere to be, but right here and now with your breath. You are safe. You are supported. You are enough. Your mind has wandered, gently guide it back to the breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. You might bring some gentle movements back into your body by gently wiggling the fingers, maybe wiggling the toes. You could take a stretch if you'd like, reaching your arms up overhead, really stretch it out. Coming back to listening to me when you're ready. So, checking in with how you feel, that was probably like 3 to 5 minutes. Connecting to the breath, noticing that the mind is wandering, and then gently guiding it back to the inhales or the exhales, or for example, maybe a mantra, even just that few minutes. Did it shift something? That's the beauty of meditation. It doesn't have to be big or perfect or look a certain way. It just needs to be actually intentional. It's one of the most humble, beautiful tools that we actually have here. It's free. And then we come back to it again and again, and we come back to ourselves. Again, if you want to explore this further, I've got guided meditation and nervous system regulation tools over on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel. Go check them out. Also, I run women's circles. Those are a great time to be guided by me through a meditation, some yoga, get bathed in sound by my beautiful friend Alexia, and just have that connection. I am going to give birth soon, so I'm hosting my last women's circle in May. It's already sold out. That's why I haven't posted publicly about it, but I'm so grateful. And if you're ever interested, just send me a message and I will put you on the list to know before I post it publicly. And that way you can get in there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being curious, and thank you for being you. If this episode resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd share it with a friend, leave a review, or tag me on your Instagram or social media at Holistically Humble. So I can really thank you personally. I have been getting messages lately about my podcast and people listening and what it's benefited them for and from. And I'm just like, it honestly, it makes me so freaking happy. So don't be shy. Let me know that you listened to it and you enjoyed it. And until next time, be gentle with yourself. Take a deep breath. And remember, healing doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's actually found in the stillness. Stay humble, stay whole. I love ya. Peace, love, and avocados.